You know, life's crazy. We're on this journey, and no one can really see the future. No one can tell what's coming in front of us. We just live in now and today. You see, I guess I should start with who I am, right? My name's Jared Carpenter. I'm 20 years old. I'm just another kid, right? You see, but I'm another kid that in the last 6 months of living has experienced so much in life that has made me it's just really opened my eyes to what's out there and to how we should live as a human race in today's society. See, I don't know all. Like I said, I'm 20 years old. Who am I to listen to? But I know that the experiences and the outlook on life I've gained in the short amount of time that I have, I want to convey it with people my age, mainly. Maybe even someone older than me that has walked on the road longer and has these experiences, maybe can be uplifted by the words I'm saying. Now, as you listen to me, there's gonna be mistakes. Some of it won't make sense. This is a raw recording. You know, I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't have a PhD in English or whatever. I don't have the best grammar English. I'm not going to speak the words right all the time, but I got something inside of me that I feel like I need to let out and I need to show everybody. And you know, if one person can take away from what I'm about to say, and they can take it and they can change their life around, they can look at life differently, they can live happier and fuller, I feel that my purpose in life and me doing all this and putting myself out there is really, it's all worth it. So what I want you to do right now, before we start, you need to close your eyes, or don't, but you need to clear your head, right? Alleviate everything you're thinking on your mind right now. Everything that happened today. Everything you're worried about that's going to happen tomorrow. You're living right now. You're living in the present. You're living and you're listening to the words that are flowing into you from me right now. And you have to embrace it in order for you to think and hopefully change the way you view life. And let me start with me. This ain't a speech about me, but I gotta tell you who I am so you can know me before I take you down this journey. See, I'm 20 years old. I'm a manufacturing engineer for the Boeing company. I live in Washington, Seattle. You see, but it hasn't always been that way. You see, bounce back to about 6-7 months ago. I was a young, dumb, learning, still growing, which I still am, but I was even more young and dumb, and I was living in Scottsdale, Arizona. I was living with my mom, my dad, my friends, my brother. I was living and just living life young. No responsibilities. I was working full time. You know, wasn't really pursuing college yet. And then out of nowhere, I opened my eyes and this job comes up. This job comes up that I didn't feel I was ready for, but I knew deep down I was. This job came up that was going to take me 1,200 miles from the place I've called home since I was born. It's going to take me 1,200 miles from every person I've ever known in my life. Take me 1,200 miles from my dad, my mom, my brother, my sister, my girlfriend, my home, my friends, my school, my family, stability. It's going to take me away from family dinners. It was going to take me away from sitting on the back porch at 6 o'clock at night and having fun and drinking with the family. You see how emotional I'm getting right now? Because I took that decision. I left everything. I left everything I've ever known in pursuit of something I didn't even know was out there. You see, I feel like I'm supposed to be something bigger. I'm supposed to do something, change maybe one person's life. And I feel after being on this journey, it's given me the experience in life to be able to convey it back and maybe do that right now. So listen, taking that job was the best decision I have solely ever made in my life. You know why? because it's opened up my eyes to how precious life is. You see, every day you wake up, every breath you take, we take it for granted. Right now, you and me are breathing. Right now, you and me are talking. Right now, someone else isn't breathing. Right now, someone else is struggling. Right now, someone else is holding on to life. Right now, someone is getting ready to say goodbye to a loved one they've known their entire life, but right now, you and me are living, and we're taking it for granted. And that's okay, because as humans, and as we live, we forget about those things, and that's okay. I can't sit here and say we got to be thankful every day, but every once in a while, we need to take a step back and appreciate the smaller things in life. You see? You know, there's a 1 in 400 trillion chance of becoming human. 1 in 400 trillion. You, me, anybody, you can't even comprehend how big that is. And how small of a notion you are right now. And right in this time of space, in this day, in this second, this present, how lucky you are to be sitting here listening to what I'm saying. How lucky I am to be sitting here and conveying the way I feel to you. We can't comprehend it as humans. But let me try to put it in perspective. I want you to take in a deep breath right now. I want you to let it out nice and slow. You see, right now, in that 2 seconds, 2 people around the world breathe in with us but are not breathing out now. 2 people around the world will never see the light of another day. 2 people with families, kids, grandparents, loved ones, workmates. 2 people that lived and walked on this earth will never see the light of day again. Let that sink in, and let that give you chills that run through your blood, and let that appreciate how thankful you are and how grateful you should be to be in this moment and be right now and be in the present and be healthy and be able to breathe and be able to listen and be able to do as you please every day. Let's take a moment and let that sink in. You see, it's amazing to be human. As far as we know, we are the number one, most sophisticated, and probably the only civilization in our entire universe. From what we know, I'm not saying there's not more out there, but from what we know right now, in this second, in this moment, you, me, everybody in this world are the most advanced forms of life to be present in this universe. Now, how crazy is that? You can't comprehend it, and I can't comprehend it, but it's crazy, and it should give structure to how lucky we really are every day. You see, now why I keep going back to being thankful for life is because every day you wake up, every breath you take, you shouldn't take it for granted. You see, you're not promised anything in life. You're promised 2 things. That's it. 2 things in life you are guaranteed. You're guaranteed your first breath, and you're guaranteed your last breath. Now, how surreal is that? Life and death is the only things you're guaranteed on this planet. So don't live life, don't live day to day, don't treat others, don't carry yourself as if you're going to be around forever, because you're not. You see, tomorrow is always going to come, no matter what. But you're not promised to be in tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to come with or without you. It doesn't care if you're here. It doesn't care if your dad's here, your mom's here, your family's here, your friends here. It doesn't care if any of us are here. You see, tomorrow is always going to come, with or without you. So how are you going to live through your day-to-day life, your day-to-day activities? How are you going to carry yourself? How are you going to be remembered when you live here? You see, the day you die is going to be the most surreal and the, craziest experience of your life, because, as humans, we can't convey what it's like to die. But I'd like to think when you die, you look back at everything you've ever experienced in life, and you cherish the moments, and you say the what if, I should have, I couldn't, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, all that. You probably say that to yourself. So right now, while we're young, maybe even while you're older, why don't you change that around, and why don't you live and fulfill that life so that when you take your last breath, you see you don't have any regrets, and you don't have all those notations of you shoulda, coulda, woulda, and you can say, I did. I did, and I carried, and I fulfilled my life. You see, bouncing off of being thankful for life, I feel like our society just in a whole is kind of getting off track. Now, I'm not gonna say all negative things about humans, right? We're amazing. What we have accomplished in the last 300 years. I mean, you look, 200 years ago, there was no cell phones. 200 years ago, we were building all of our houses out of wood. In 200 years, we're flying. In 200 years, we've been to the moon. In 200 years, we've built satellites that travel around the earth. In 200 years, we have done so many things. So we're amazing, but some of the things we do and some of the things we can easily change by just taking a next thought process higher up and being bigger than yourself and dumbing yourself down can help us live a fuller, better life and help us grow even more as humans. You see, now I'm not saying everybody lives life wrong or bad, but I'm saying in today's society, there's so much negativity, and you can't tell me you don't see it. You can't tell me you don't see blacks and whites and Hispanics, Mexican, whatever it may be. You can't see that there's a divide there and people are joining up on each other and say, you did this, I did this, you don't care about this doesn't work. You see, why are we even having that conversation? Because we're humans together. It don't matter what you speak, it don't matter what you believe in, it don't matter how you look. We're humans. You see, each and every single one of us has blood running through our veins. Each and every single one of us has a beating heart. Each and every single one of us has a brain. You see, the only difference is that we may feel, think, and live our lives differently. So all this nonsense needs to stop. You see, now I'm just one person. I can't change it, right? But I can change one of you. One of you can change one of him, one of her. You multiply that, and it keeps growing. And maybe we can change one small percentage, one fraction, minute 0.001% of this planet, but you know what? We made a difference, right? You see, today you're judged. You're judged so much on how you live, how you carry yourself, right? The second you look at someone, the second I look at someone, you automatically make a judgment of that person. You don't even think about it. It's crazy, right? I don't feel bad about yourself. The second you look at a person, your brain's already running through, oh, I don't know, I think that person doesn't make a lot of money. I think that person's sad right now. I think that person, and etc. It keeps going on and on. But, we need to open up our minds and our hearts more to not paint a picture. Today you walk around and you're judged on how much money you make. You're judged on how big your house is. You see, you're judged on what career you do. You're judged on the family you have. You're judged on the things you've done before you. You're judged on the personality you are. You're judged on your beliefs in society. You're judged on how white your teeth are. I mean, you're judged in every aspect of life. You see, and we have to have that because it creates structures and boundaries and hierarchies, and it helps us evolve and grow as humans, right? We have to have that, so I'm not saying alleviate it. But I'm saying the darkness out there where you're putting people down that you don't know. You're looking like you're better than everybody else. You're looking like you can't sit with the kid at the lunch table that's all alone right now. Maybe the kid that doesn't talk the best, look the best, is in the best shape, is fat, is skinny, is homo, is gay, is lesbian. You're looking at them and you're making judgments and you're not associating yourself with them because you're scared of what you might look like in return. I've lived that and I'll own up to it right now. I've done that and I've lived like that, and it's a shame. But I'm not holding myself down, because you know what, from today on, from yesterday on, from the time I moved out here on, I will never do that again. You see, I'm going to live life and give everybody an opportunity as they should give me. You see, we don't know what our purpose is here in life. What is our purpose? Let me think about that for a second. What do you think our purpose is, right? We live, we're born, we die. But what are we here for? Right now we're on some globe, circling a sun, in a galaxy filled with planets and stars, and what are we? What are you doing right now? Why are we here? You see, these are questions that mankind has always asked, but no one can really answer it. So I'm going to tell you what our purpose is. As far as I know and as far as what I believe, and I hope maybe you can take away from me, our purpose on this life is to find purpose within our life. You know, you find purpose, and with that comes happiness. I guarantee it. They go hand in hand. You see, the reason why you find purpose is because once you find purpose in life, you're going to move forward every day. You're going to work towards something every day. You're going to feel fulfilled every day you wake up, and you're going to feel like you're going somewhere. At the same time, being happy. You see, too often than not, I feel like we just try to fit into today's means of how we should look, act, feel, and we try, that's our sole purpose, right? We designate it to that, we'll call it. We try to carry ourselves, stay in the means of civilization and what we've deemed is correct, and we try to live in those boundaries and make ourselves the best we can be. Well, you know what? Get off that. Get off that and do what makes yourself happy, what gives you fulfillment in your heart, in your soul. What makes you wake up every day and look at the bright side of the sun, not the dark side when the moon rises. You see, you get one life to live. One life. Now, maybe you believe in reincarnation. But as far as we know, you are going to live once. You're going to live maybe, let's call it 80 years if you're healthy. In that 80 years, what are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do and how are you going to live? You see, for me, I find purpose within aviation. Because I feel I make some minute difference, some small 100,000th of a fraction difference in this world because I build something, I help build something that protects our country, that protects our seas, that protects other countries, that keeps us safe, that keeps our men and women that put their lives on the line for us and serve our country. It gives them a platform to serve and keep us safe. Provide jobs. I feel purpose within that. Now that's me. And because of that, I find happiness, and every day I roll out of bed with a smile on my face and a spark inside of me that never's gonna burn. You see, but now you. What is your purpose in life? What gives you happiness? You probably don't know. Maybe you do. And that's fine, because you can't ask for purpose. Purpose is going to find you. Happiness will fall in place of that. So whatever you do, whether you feel fulfillment in being a chef, being a doctor, space exploration, astronaut, pilot, researching to cure cancer finally, once and for all, a football coach, a teacher, a paramedic, a cop, serving our nation for your entire life, whatever you do, keep driving forward, because you get one life and you ain't getting this back. You ain't getting this moment back. You ain't getting right now back. You see, these chills you're feeling right now, these chills I'm feeling running through my veins right now, I'm never going to get back. This time and space, this time in society, this time and place right now will never come back. But you see, tomorrow's going to come with or without it. Whether you're ready or not, tomorrow's going to come right behind us. And it ain't ever gonna stop. You see, whether you're dead or alive, it's still gonna roll around. The sun's still gonna shine. So when your time comes, I wanna ask you, I'm gonna ask you a couple more times. How are you gonna look back on your life? How are you gonna say you lived, and what is the legacy gonna be left behind of you? Is it gonna be a picture painted that you feel paints who you were? How you lived, how you viewed things, how you helped others, your emotions, your personality? Is it going to relieve that trait, or is it going to be something that wasn't because of you, and that you were because you were just trying to fit in today's society and it got you off course and it wasn't your true character? Now, you see, when we die, that's crazy, because, like I said before, no one's ever explained it to us. You can't comprehend what it's going to be like to die. But when you do, you have to feel fulfilled and full, and your life mattered. You see, I'm getting off track here. I'm losing my thought, but that's the beauty of this. Is I'm not scripted. I'm just talking to you how I feel. And if you're feeling something right now, one of you, or maybe even 1% of a feeling inside you that I feel like this purpose is fulfilled. You see, like I said, whatever you do in life, just be the best at it. Give it 100%. Whether you're broke or rich, have a big house, a little house, live in an apartment or a mansion. Whatever you do, make the best out of it. Okay? Whether every penny you make goes right back into supporting your family because you're a single mom and you're struggling right now. Find purpose in that you are so strong and solely providing for everybody in your family, and make that your purpose. You see, don't look at everybody else around you that's living life great, maybe, or as you deem that they're living life great because they got money and they're making a nice car payment and they're driving a nice Audi or whatever. Don't paint a picture that you should live like that. Now, if you want to live like that and that'll give you purpose and fulfillment, then by all means chase after it. Because you can chase after anything you want in life and you will get it. I promise you that. Look at me. Look at my story. Since I was born, I knew I loved aviation. It's amazing that man can fly. It's amazing. So my whole journey in life has pretty much been revolved around that. Now, I got some things I want to pursue after this. But it's given me purpose. Going back to that, it's given me purpose in my fulfillment in life. Now, yours is going to be different, right? But I ask you, once you find that purpose, once you find that happiness, hold on to it. Don't let it go. Then if your happiness is being the best grandparent ever, the best mom, the best dad, the best brother, the best sister, the best shoulder to cry on, if that's your happiness, then do it. Do it, and not only are you giving yourself happiness, you're giving other people happiness and fulfillment, and you're helping our civilization and our society become better. You see, I tell you right now, my family, as I'm sure can attest to you, are the greatest people I've ever met in my life. My nana, my papa, my mom, my stepdad, my brothers. You see, I would live and die for every single one of them, as they would for me, as you would for your family. So now take that feeling you feel for your family, that you feel for your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, and put it out in the world, because you will change this world. You will make it a better place. I swear to God. I swear to God, if 1% of us rises up and just puts out good in this world and doesn't just live in our means and stay on our path and our road to success, and we help other people bring up and get on the same path as the rest of us as a world will grow and a society will grow and will become better. You know, I just got a few things left to say. And really, I just want to leave off with you thinking about some things. You know, I hope this has gotten to somebody. You know, it was recorded on an iPhone. I don't got some DJ equipment. This ain't all clean. It's just me talking. It's raw. This is raw words coming from me, from my heart, heartfelt to you. You see, so the last thing I want to leave you with is, how are you going to live your life? How are you going to be remembered the day you die? You see, if you live a good long life, you're guaranteed maybe 80 years, 90 years if you're lucky. In that short, precious time, by God, I hope you lived it right. And I hope within yourself, with whatever gave you purpose in life, not what society said makes you look successful, whatever gave you purpose, I hope you live by it. You see, because when we come to that last breath we're going to take, when we wake up on that last morning, when we put our head on that pillow for the last time on this planet, not only can you hopefully look back and say, I did, I achieved, I conquered. Hopefully you can say that and you don't say I coulda, I woulda, I shoulda, I mighta. Damn it. Take me back, because you're not getting it back. You're not getting time back. There's no time machine. But there's a front machine because tomorrow's always coming. So change tomorrow. Keep a smile on your face as you live. As you walk through the walls of life, keep a smile on your face and stay positive. Now you're going to get down. We're humans. That's one of the beauties about being humans. We experience all these crazy emotions. Happiness, sorrow, anguish. Now all of them aren't good, but we experience them. And you know what? It makes us stronger as a person because inside you grow from them. You grow from breakups. So if you're going through that right now, I want you to enhance that. Whatever you're feeling, multiply it and enhance it and feel it and grow from it. The important part is don't come up on the wrong side. Don't come up on the dark side, staying in the wrong path because you got one life to live. You got one life to live and you ain't gonna get today back. You ain't getting the second back. You ain't getting tomorrow. You got one life. So when you walk through the walls one last time and you meet God, you meet whoever you believe in, and you shake his hand and you look back in your life, how are you gonna remember it? Was your legacy gonna be laid out? Your footsteps, what are they gonna look like? Now I pray that you get on the right path and you find it and you look back on that last breath, that you take it and you say, I achieved it all. I did it all. I made the mistakes, I learned. And I hope you can find peace in that next life. You see, thank you for listening. Like I said, I'm another guy. I'm like you. But I'm putting myself out there to hopefully change one of you.